Flake, you just hit 3,000 subscribers.
Did you had to break my door?
Yes.
Well, it's awesome that we hit 3,000 subscribers, but what should I do?
Oh, don't worry, I got you. Here's some MLP hot takes. Good luck, bye!
So, it's happening. Let's see what controversial MLP opinions you guys have. Beginning with the first comment I got... I said some. Well, okay, let's go over the ones that I found the more
spicy.
I never really cared about the Jax, especially Jonah, although I still like her, but I like the other young 6 a little more than her. I totally respect your opinion, but I disagree. Jonah will always be the best Jack in MLP, although there's not much competition in that regard. But hey, she will always be the second best young 6, only rivaled by Gallus. Also, Korean Jonah is the cutest Jonah, no questions asked.
우리 친구한다.
그렇게 작게 말하면 들리지가 않는다.
우리 친구한다.
차라리 모기 소리가 더 클 지경이다.
우리 친구한다.
The next one is, in my opinion, Season 1 to Season 4 doesn't have any bad episodes. I totally agree, and maybe I'm nostalgic, but there's no better example to this than Season 2. Season 2 is the perfect season of MLP. It had the perfect premiere, the perfect set of episodes, the perfect villains, and the perfect finale in the whole series. Yeah, I said it, but as a whole it really depends on how you look at it. And finally, I didn't like Trixie until Season 6. Is this a hot take? I mean, who did? Who liked Trixie since Season 1 and why? Okay, that's just cheating. The next one is, Floribel should have come back for a Halloween special or a regular episode. I wouldn't call this a hot take, but I do agree. Floribel is one of those concepts that I always adore because of how fun of a concept it was, and I'm more surprised that it didn't come back in later seasons. Especially with the popularity that Bad Ponies and Floribel have in the fandom. And no, this doesn't count. But hey, at least Floribel gave us a good comic, so at least there's that. Oh, and Luna is the best MLP character. Debatable, but I can respect it. I think that the Wonderbolts are kinda mean, and no, I'm not talking only about Spitfire, but the whole group is somewhat mean and I don't really respect their members. This one is very true. Now, I never disliked the Wonderbolts, but I never understood why they were so mean to Rainbow or to their cadets. And I think that the reason why they're like this is because Hasbro wanted the typical badass and cool group of the show, which on paper that's true, but then you actually watch the show and that concept goes out of the window.
Can't open this up. It's worthless. Forget about it. Now take the slap shot.
And when your best member, aside of Rainbow, is a one-off cute character, then you know that you really messed up. Although I will say this, the Wonderbolts are way better in the comics, especially Spitfire. A Very Minty Christmas is a good movie, actually, suspiciously rose-tinted glasses. A Very Minty Christmas is the best MLP movie ever. I mean, there's not a lot of competition there, but still, it had great music, a fun plot, it had Minty, and the most important thing, Thistle Whistle. So, basically, a 10 out of 10. The next one is Trixie and Starlight. Is this a hot take? Well, if it is, well, you're wrong, but I have a spicier take than this. Starlight and Maud. Yeah, you heard that right. The next one is Twilight should have become an alicorn in the Season 4 finale. How dare you? Twilight changing into an alicorn was oh hey, there's still more. The Season 3 finale felt anticlimactic as Twilight only completed an incomplete spell to gain that. Huh, I actually agree. Now, I never cared that much for Twilight becoming an alicorn. I thought that it was a cool idea, but that was it. But after reading this comment, I can safely say that, yeah, it would have been a little more deserved and epic that Twilight would have become an alicorn after defeating Tyrek and literally saving Equation from the absolute unit that was Tyrek in that episode. The next one is, my hot take is that Daring Do is lame. I can understand this one. And again, I never was the biggest Daring Do fan, don't get me wrong, I loved the books and the merch and some episodes. But that was it, so when I read this comic, the first thing that I thought was A.K. Yearling should have been an Applewood actor playing a character, and seeing Rainbow's disappointment because her hero is not real. So basically what Equestria Girls did. Or at least I think that would have been funny. And I think that's everyone.
Flake, you have a special guest.
Huh? Really? Who is it?
Dark Cannabis.
Hey, Sugarflake asked me to throw my own hot takes into the mix, and while I don't think I have too many, I believe I have found some good ones. And the main one is something many of you already know about me. I love the comics, and it is my firm belief that they are better than the show, in both generations I consumed, G4 and G5. For most this is easier to believe in G5, since it hasn't had an as popular run as G4, and the Discord arc in the comics has been very well received. But I'd even argue this is the same for G4, if not more so. The legendary Cosmos arc, Nightmare Rarity at the beginning, the Ponies of the Dark Water, Nightmare Nights, or even the widely less loved Season 10. They all come together to create a fantastic world that expands the already amazing space that the show created into a fulfilling universe. They even made me appreciate some characters more, especially Celestia, who after the show seemed kinda useless, but in the comics, she showed her true fire and shined like the sun. This leads me to my second hot take. Nobody should discount the comics as non-canon. Yes, there are inconsistencies, but nothing that can't be explained. I get furious every time I see someone argue against the comics, whenever I mention something from them to support an argument. It's frustrating when they have this mentioned expanded universe to offer. I'm not saying everyone has to read all of them or anything, but disregarding everything non-show as not canon, just because it's less accessible, has been such a thorn in discussions for me. This expands to more than just the comics. It's all side media that people put off as just different timelines, when they perfectly fit the built universe. They don't have to be mentioned in the show to be valid. Part of the fun of me is to try and make them fit, even if that means theorizing and analyzing on new levels at times. This is all to say, give the side media a shot. In both gens. You might be surprised by the enjoyment you'll get out of it. And for my third and last hot take, I want to disagree with the idea of unicorns being the master race. Both me and my friend Starstrike made videos on this matter. This fandom sees characters like Starlight and Twilight and decided that that's how all unicorns are. But the reality of the situation is that these are the cream of the crop, the elite of the elite, the exception, not the rule. We focus on the ones who are strong in magic for the sake of good stories, but the general unicorn has barely the power to levitate. Past their cutie mark talent, of course. Twilight and Starlight both had a talent for magic itself, which made them exceptionally powerful. I made this handy scale for my video to show how it really would look. The majority of ponies would be weak, barely displaying any magic power, and the further you go to the top, the less ponies fit inside the category. I would compare it to force sensitivity in Star Wars. Most have barely any, but the ones at the top are exceptional. Unicorns aren't the master race, and I stand by this hot take. And with that, I will give it back to Sugarflake. Also big thanks for letting me join in the video and giving me these lovely sketch stills of my character. I will make good use of them.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so. And thank you, Doug, for your lovely MLP hot takes. And finally, we have my friend, my bro, Blue Bro. Big Mac should have gotten with Fresha, their personalities fit very nicely with each other. Blue? I get where you're coming from, but I have to disagree. Marble is better and Sugarbill is better, and I think that Fresha, while making a lot of sense, I think that their dynamic wouldn't been that interesting. The next one is Discord only deserved 1 or maybe 2 episodes, and I feel that Hasbro began to reuse him to death. Yes, now this one I do agree with. Now I think everyone knows my thoughts on Discord, and for those who don't know, basically good villain, bad reform villain. And outside of some episodes, Discord should have been a less used character, or make him a comic exclusive character, because as we all know, comic Discord is the best Discord. And finally, we have Tyric is a boring villain. Okay, no, continue reading. And feels dumbed down from his comic version. He's a lot weaker and gets defeated way too easily. The episode should have been a lot more harder for the main 6. I can understand this opinion, but no, Tyric is not boring, he's not dumbed down, he's a top 5 villain in the show, especially if you read his comics. Well, that was fun, but hey, at least we're all done.
You still have one more.
Also, the elements of harmony are too OP. Being able to take down any villain with ease just because they are great friends doesn't put any threat against them. That's not that bad. Oh, and I feel that Discord was the last good villain in the show.
And he's petrified. I knew that this will happen. One moment, folks. So, how are you feeling? Are you feeling better, Flake?
Yeah, I guess. Thanks. But that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It's a little different from my other videos, I know that, but I mean, it was fun to make. And a big thanks to Dawnallies for being in this video, and of course thanks to Blue and of course all of you who are here supporting me and making me reach this awesome milestone, and that caught me by surprise, and hopefully we can be more in the future. But for now, remember to always take care, you guys, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. See you, everyone.